So we've got some good news today on our path to our economic recovery and opening the state of Washington.
Half of the people living in Washington will soon get relief from COVID restrictions. The governor today loosened requirements to reopen, and now a large chunk of Western Washington gets to do exactly that. Good evening, I'm Joyce Taylor.
I'm Greg Copeland. You see the Phase 2 areas in the brighter color here on the map. Together, the Puget Sound and West region represent 7 counties, from Grace Harbor on the coast to Snohomish County in Puget Sound. Now, if you live in those areas, starting Monday, you can gather with up to 5 people outside your household. You can dine indoors up to 25% capacity until 11 p.m. And you can go to indoor gyms. They also will be capped, though, at 25% capacity.
We have team coverage for you tonight, including reaction from the business community. We start new at 6:30 with King 5's Britt Moore, live in Seattle. Britt.
Joyce, the president of the restaurant group that owns How to Cook a Wolf here in Queen Anne, says this has been the craziest emotional roller coaster of his life. But he is happy and he feels excited that things are moving in the right direction for his business. Now, restaurants have had to rely heavily on outdoor dining and takeout to stay afloat. But come Monday, restaurants in Snohomish, King, and Pierce counties will be able to offer indoor dining at 25% capacity. Steve Hooper Jr. with Ethan Stoll Restaurant says they've been able to keep 12 of their 20 restaurants open. He's hoping the vaccination rollout paired with today's news signals an end in sight.
Between a 25% indoor capacity, the outdoor spaces that we have at most of our restaurants, and takeout and delivery, we think, it'll do a lot to help us continue to weather the winter. Will it be enough? Probably not.
Yeah, Hooper says he is happy with Governor Inslee's loosened restrictions announcement today, but of course he is hoping in the coming weeks that restaurants will be allowed to offer 50% capacity indoors. For now, in Seattle tonight, Britt Moore, King 5 News.
All right, Britt, thank you. And speaking of which, the Washington Hospitality Association says it is pleased with the steps forward, but thinks the reopening plan does still fall short. The association says it wants to work with the state on a plan to allow that indoor dining at 50% capacity.
The average restaurant loses $25,000 a month when we're closed. We lose $18,000 a month at 25%. And that's why 50% is that one we need to push to.
The president and CEO of the association is critical of the governor's plan, saying half the state will be under completely different restrictions than the other half.